this is the honest to God's truth. I think it was my third match was against Mick Foley. It was St. Rita's high school gym in Chicago.
Was he Jack Foley then still?
No, he was Cactus Jack.
He was Jack.
There was no Foley involved. It was Cactus Jack. And I bullshitted my way. No, someone bullshitted me onto the card and said that I had 50 matches. Well, this is my third. You know what I mean? So I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. But Al Dwyer and I forget the other guy's name, first name Mark, they were bringing in world-class guys who people in Chicago knew because the television came up here. It was one of the first syndicated markets they were in outside of Dallas. And it drew a very good crowd. But I was shitting bricks because I was third match, 20 minutes with Mick Foley, Cactus Jack. You know what I mean? But anyway, I don't know what the fuck I did or didn't do, but the guy loves me. And I love him too.
Probably did your job. I mean, you probably both did your job, and that's why.
Yeah, he fucking bumped for me and shit. I mean, he worked with me, and I learned a lot in that match, you know? Mm-hmm. Then they asked me to put him over when he first came to Vince, and he was working on and accepting the Mankind gimmick. And I don't know what the fuck we did in that match either, but everybody was gay for it, and it really helped Mick. And Mick was the first one to come over and thank me for getting him over and selling the God. I was selling the mandible claw proper. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I saw that match.
And they put us on the fucking trading card that year. It was funny because Mick sent me a bunch of them signed and stuff.
Nice.
So I could sell them or do whatever I wanted with them. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
Then one time between WCW and WWF, it might have been WWF at the time, I think it was, I was working in World Class, and Mick came down just to hang out with friends for a week, and he was at a taping or two, and, you know, it was great again. So, you know what Mick did for me one time?
Tell me.
What was the hurricane where Louisiana got fucked up?
Katrina.
Okay, so during Katrina, right after Katrina, but during the like major fallout, man, I mean, people were living in the Astrodome and shit, trying to be placed by FEMA and whatever. And I'm not going to go into the politics of that. But anyway, the cable company from Hidalgo, Texas, used to do an event every year called the South Texas Scorcher. And I called Mick. They found me online and asked me if I could bring somebody in that would mean something and draw a crowd, okay? I says, well, yeah, as a matter of fact, I could probably get Mick Foley, who, you know, I think he was still with WWE, or I think he was still with WWE, and it was after, he went a lot. Let's just say that. Mick Foley was a fucking household
Do you remember
name.
what year it was?
I don't remember shit, bro. I'm sorry. Whenever Katrina
Katrina
right,
was. We're talking about Katrina. So that would have been 05, so I think he had just left.
Or he was in between, because he never just leaves.
Well, no.
You know?
No, but I know he, it was about a year after he quote-unquote left, because he had his match with, he had his match at WrestleMania 20 in 04, and then the next month he had his match against Orton, and that was kind of his curtain call.
So this is an example, a perfect living, breathing, motherfucking example of how you've got to be in wrestling. Mick Foley is a cheap guy. I used to talk to Mick in his first title run. He just won the fucking title, the WWE title for the first time, okay? And I called him about something, or he called me about something, and he said, guess what? Guess what I just found at a garage sale? I found the original 70s version of a Light Bright with all the pieces for $30. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, the only millionaire I know or ever heard of that goes garage sailing. You know what I mean? That's Mick Foley. So, cheap as he is, that being said, they were late reaching me because the cable company, Time Warner, it was Time Warner then out of Hidalgo, Texas. They were late getting to me because whoever they had originally had pulled out or the plans fell apart, right? I reach out to Foley last fucking minute, okay? And he's supposed to get paid. Now, that being said, they don't just pay you. You know, they don't just pay you. You have to put in the fucking, what do you got to do when you put in a request for money? I forget what they call it.
Money order?
No, like, okay, we have to pay, accounts payable, you had to make a submission. I forget what the fucking term is. I haven't been in corporate.
Is it petty cash?
No, but close.
I've never worked in the corporate world, so
you got to put in the request, then the request has to be approved, then the money is cut. Even though your deal is done, That's what you have to do to get paid from a big corporation. I say, Mick, you know, I know you agreed to doing this thing, but I don't got their fucking money yet because they're late. He goes, I don't care, man. I'll be there, okay? Foley, who I just told you is the cheapest man on the planet, and good, because he saved all his money. I'm not saying it's a burn. I'm saying that's his fucking charm. Ask anybody that knows him. It's his fucking charm. Even his old lady loves him. She thinks it's fucking cute. You know, and it is. He's a cute, big, tough, stinky fucker. You know what I mean? A big, semi-stinky, rough, tough, toothless teddy fucking bear. Okay, what I mean? You know what I mean? So, he comes in, he does the fucking appearance, and then he goes to the Astrodome, doesn't call the fucking media, Justin, just to perk up the fucking people's bullshit, and he makes a donation in the amount that I was paying him for that fucking thing, and then waited another week to go home and get paid.
Oh, God.
Till the money came.
God bless him.
I mean, who does that? And it goes against his nature. He's out on a limb. All right, he's out on a limb for $7,000 at the time. He's out of pocket $7,000. A guy who prides himself on finding a light bright with all the pieces for $30. That's the kind of person that you have to have longevity in any industry, but especially fucking ours. That's Mick fucking Foley.
Yeah.